What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. And guys, today we're doing none other than Walter White's house from Breaking Bad, the show that's all about cooking methamphetamine. And if you're into that kind of stuff, guys, well, you've come to the perfect place. We're going to be building his house, the one and only Walter White's. We got his pool back here. We got the patio all set up. Pretty much everything is all done except for the interior. If you guys want me to do an interior video, I will. But for now, I could leave that to your discretion. We also, guys, we have the front lawn done, and I aim to hopefully get everything done in this video. If not, I'll make a part 2, but if you guys really want an interior, just let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, guys. And with that being said, let's get started with the tutorial. Alright guys, so moving on over here, I kind of have this layout set up, and it's very similar to that of the house, because this is what we're building the house on, but the gold blocks right here is meant to symbolize just like the outline for the house itself, and then the iron blocks are for the fence, so you can kind of see there's like, you got the house and you got the fence, and so the fence is the iron and everything's the gold. The gold is the house. And we have lengths here. I got some dimensions set up, which, if you want to take a look, this is 39 blocks starting from here, going all the way to the end over there. And then with this gold, this is 22, going from here all the way to the end down there. So that is for that. But with that being said, we could just get started here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same thing over here, really, is what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to take this this mangrove stuff, which, in my opinion, it's a little ugly. Haven't really worked with it before. But, it works for this house, I guess. And there you can kind of see the mangrove. It comes out all right. It's red. It's a redwood. But it works. It works. So you got that. Anyway, guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to take we could take our birch and just go up like this, just behind that, such that so we can take our stripped spruce and fill in the actual garage door, which is going to go right here. And then, guys, we're going to take our birch and just come across here like this, and literally just fill in the top with these trap doors right here. And that just adds a little bit of detail, which looks pretty good in my opinion. So with that being said, we can come over here now. And what we want to do, guys, is we're going to want to fill this up 4 blocks again, just like that, but this time in like a 2x4 fashion. So just like that is what we're looking for. And we can actually also just put the stairs in down here at the bottom, the upside down stairs, the mangrove. And then what's going to go here, guys, is actually a window design. So with that being said, I want to just double check how I did it over here. But you can kind of see what I was going at here. So you got the upside down stairs, then you got the windows kind of up like so. And, 2 windows and upside down birch stairs right there for the window pane itself. So we can do that real quick right here. Literally just fill this in with mangrove as such to leave 2 windows right there. And then what we can do is just take the upside down birch and we'll fill in the windows later. But for that, guys, that is where we are right now. All right, guys. So what we can do now is literally come to the center point right here, which is this was pretty much in between the 2 areas. And we can just take our birch and literally just fill it in just like so. Just like this, guys. We just want to fill it in. And actually, this is kind of where the front door is going to be. And the house is kind of odd in this way, in that the front door is positioned just about right here. But with that being said, we can just take our mangrove and fill this in right here because we're going to put another window actually positioned right about here. And we're going to do the same thing with our birch and just put them right there like that, just so that we can fit a window in here. And then our door is actually going to go right here. And we can leave a little gap like that open. Because you can kind of see if I come over here, the driveway's here. This is the scene where he throws the pizza on the roof and whatever. But you walk over here and the door is on the left. So this is kind of what we're going to go at. And we're going to put the door right there as well. So we can do that real quick and just let's put that upside down stair there for detail. And that is the front section of the house done and well. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to go over this gold bit right here. And just touch base again, this is 22 going down. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And it's the same thing over here, guys. We're just going to come 22 down this way from that starting position. And then once you have this done, you can just connect the two sides just like this, and they should connect perfectly if you did the math right. And then what we're going to do is we're pretty much going to take a bunch of birch and just fill it up like this. Fill it up going all the way around. And this should be a total of 4 blocks high. So fill it up around like that, guys, and I'll do that for you real quick. All right, guys, and once everything is said and done, we should have some shape like this. Everything's filled in, everything's good, and this is kind of like the basic layout of the house. So now things are going to get a little complex, but if you bear with me, we'll try to get through this. I had to actually go onto Google Maps and get these, windows like on the sides of the house because it's just so hard to see from the actual show. But what we're going to want to do first, guys, is come in by 2, and then on this third block right here, we're just going to break a hole for a door, just like that. And then what we're also going to want to do is come over by 3, so have a 3 space, and then on this fourth block, have another 2 block thing that's going to be a window, and then leave a space of 2, and we're going to do a 2 by 3 window right about there. So that's kind of what we want to look at right here, just for this side of the house. Moving on to the back, guys, we're going to start over here. And we're going to leave a 2 block space, then open a, let's see, I believe this is a 3 by 3 space right here. And this is for just the back door. So there will be a door that'll open. And what we can do is we can actually leave a 5 block space. So I believe, let's see, that's the middle of that, leave a 5 block space. So this right here, we're going to open a 2 by 3 window right like that. And this is 5 blocks in the middle right here just to re-emphasize. And then coming over here, we're going to take a 2 block space and just open a door just like that. And then guys, finally, we're going to head over to the right side of the house, or this is the left side of the house, I apologize. And what we can do is we can just carve out a line of 5 blocks right here, and then come up by 3. This can all be taken out actually. So this is going to be a window design similar to that at the front. Upside down stairs going right here. We're going to have some logs coming up, the mangrove logs. Upside down stairs going across with the birch. And that right there is our window design, just like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, count 4 blocks. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the next block, we're going to cut open a 1 by 2 for a window. And then from here, we're going to count a space of 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Next block, open it up with another window. And I believe that is the design you want to get. All right, guys, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to move on to the roof. And the roof is actually, it looks very complex, but actually it's not as bad as you'd think. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to work on the front bit first, which kind of just like you're dragging slabs along it just like so, creating that type of shape. And eventually we'll work our way to the back and we'll figure all that stuff out later. But as for now, guys, let's move over here. And we're just going to want to take our slabs, our spruce slabs, and just come along, build like a little ring on the roof, like this, a ring around the rosy. It's exactly what we want to do. And we're going to just bring it around, bring it all the way around, just like so. And, I gotta say, using the mangrove wood on this type of build, I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. I have never in my life built with this wood. I think it's completely ugly and ridiculous. It just, who in their right mind would ever use that for a house? When you've been given like the standard oak wood planks and spruce and whatever, birch. But for this, it just made sense because, there were sections of the house that were painted red, and unfortunately, like, you just using red wool was too harsh. So the mangrove actually just gave that perfect color blend that really just matched with the birch wood. And with that being said, it just came out perfectly in my opinion. But a lot of the newer woods, even the nether woods, for example, like the what are they called? The warped planks and the crimson. I don't know. They're just a bit too crazy. A bit too crazy. It doesn't look natural at all. And I guess it's not from this world. It's from the nether. But irregardless, not the best for building in my opinion. I just like sticking to the core woods. But lately I've been a bit experimental. If you saw my last video where I built the house from The Conjuring, like I used that new the pale oak, and that works really well if you have like a white, like a kind of a whitish house kind of thing. Like if you were to build, say, the White House, like I think that'd be perfect using mangrove and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, yes, we're just gonna keep coming up just like so, just wrapping the spruce. Oh my God, I'm losing it. The spruce slabs, the spruce slabs, the spruce slabs. There, I said it 3 times, and we're just gonna keep wrapping them along just like so, just like so, just like this. And really, this is just giving us our shape for the roof that we wanted, guys. And in the end, it should come out something like this. So that is kind of what we want. So just like that, guys. So let's move on now to the next section. All right, guys, so now that we got this front section of the roof done, what we can actually do is head over here on the left side of the house. And there's this window right here, if you don't remember us building. So what we can do is right above this window is we can just kind of go up like that. We're going to go up, just like so. And then we're going to kind of create that triangular roof shape just by coming up like this and going up and up and up. And then eventually we're going to come back here too and start going up from here. So we can just kind of create that triangular shape of the roof. And eventually this triangle will meet at a point, and it'll be this point right here. And just like that, that's kind of like the shape we want to get for the roof. And what we can actually do is come over here, and we're just going to want to connect this part of the roof with the front end. And it should connect perfectly, just like so. And once you have that, you can just bring this one all the way over here, just to get to this side right here. And I do believe, let's see, where does this start? It starts right here, so we can kind of come up like this, and connect it. Does that work? Kind of does. Yep, that sort of does. And we could bring it up to here, and then bring it up to here. And literally, we're just going to kind of drag this all the way down, just like so. And then build up that triangular shape of the roof, just like so. It's always the hardest part of any of my builds. On this channel, we've done just a lot of tutorials with different houses, and the roofs are always the most complex part because you're working with triangles, you're working with trying to connect things together, trying to make stairs connect in the best, most efficient way possible, and it just turns into a complete and utter what's the word a shit show. It turns into a shit show, and because of that. It's just very difficult to get that appropriate shape. But anyway, guys, we're just going to continue along here just like so. Just like so. Bring it on across. Bring it on across. Get that to there. Bring this all the way down to here. All right, guys, we got that back section of the roof filled in just like that. Very easy. We're just going across. That's all we're doing. Nothing crazy. And then for here, what we're going to do is we're just going to connect this side again. So have this come out again. Connect it all. Have this connect right here. Oh, that's interesting. So this is... Oh, I see what happened. Okay, so we're just, yep. Connect it. Connect this. Come on. Come on, let me lock onto that. There we go. So yeah, we're going to connect that just like so. Bring this going across to here, and then bring this going across to here. And then we're just going to fill in this section right here of the roof too, just like so. Really nothing too crazy here, guys. Just filling in the roof. And just like that, we got our roof done. And so the side of the house right here, we can just literally fill in with our birch planks, just like that. Just like that. And so guys, I'm just going to do that for the other side for you real quick, and I will be right back. Alright guys, and once you got everything filled in just like that, you should have filled in these gaps right here. Those should be good. The roof is done. And I actually went ahead and put some windows on the house too, so literally all those open spots, I just put windows in. And I used black stained glass for that because in my opinion it just looks better, blends in with the house better. But anyway, guys, what we're going to do next is we're actually going to work on the front yard. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right to the house right here. And we're going to come out by 14 blocks. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And so literally we're just going to kind of carve all this stuff out because we're going to put a driveway here. So you can pretty much go ahead and carve it out like the whole property line right here. Going straight out 14 blocks in front of the house like that. So carve that out real quick and I will be right back. All right, guys, and once you got that little section torn out like that, we could start by filling in the lawn of the house. And, when most people think of lawns, they think of grass, they think of, things that can be cut. But if you're familiar with the setting of Breaking Bad, you'll know that it's taken place in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And because of that, not much grass is actually being grown there. So most of the front yards in Walter White's neighborhood are actually paved with like rocks and stuff like that. And his house in particular it does have like a rock. It has a house with rocks, a rock house, not a rock house, a rock garden, so that they don't have to cut the lawn because that stuff becomes a pain. And I guess in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the lawns just die, so they resort to doing that. And really, what I'm just doing here is I'm filling in like a little footpath for you know that goes to the front door, just like so. And then, we could bring all this back like this, bring the stone blocks. These are the smooth stone blocks, by the way. And you can kind of get a shape going like this. And this right here, this just leaves a spot to have gravel going along the house, like little shrubs we can put in there later. Just fill it in just like so. And you could leave this section as grass. But as for this right here, so this is going to be the driveway. And for the driveway, going on over here, I used andesite. So it kind of keeps that kind of like rugged texture to it. It makes it look kind of like it's being used, I guess you can say. So we're gonna do that. Let's put some andesite here, guys. We could just like fill it in literally as such, just like so. Fill it all in, fill it all in, and fill it all in. Anyway, guys, we have this kind of shape going here. And what we can do now is we're gonna actually do the same thing right here and just fill in this. And we're gonna use cobblestone and gravel, like a mix. So we can actually just fill all this in real quick with gravel, and I'll be right back and do that for you real quick. All right, guys, and we kind of just have this all filled in just like so. What I like to do is I could just take a little bit of cobblestone and just kind of add it in just like a little bit, just to make it look more natural, make it look as if it's not just the same texture over and over again. If you add that little bit of detail in there like that, it just makes it look better, much better in my opinion. And you can pretty much do that. And actually, what you can also do is I've seen people do this, is literally they take like stone buttons, like this, and they just put like little pebbles like just in the ground like this, and it just it gives a much more naturally look to it, like there's actually rocks in the ground, and in my opinion it looks great. It looks really nice. And now what we can do, guys, is we're actually going to add a tree like right in the center. So you can kind of pick wherever you want with this. It's not like from the film itself, the tree is located like kind of in the center of it all, so there's really no set places to where to put it. Just make it kind of eye it and kind of be like, all right, this is the center. And what I've actually chosen for the tree, where are they? Right here, the azalea tree. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I do apologize, but the azula, azalea. I'm having a stroke. But anyway, guys, we can put the tree up like this. And, it kind of gives that very natural look to it. Like, it kind of hangs off. They got the flowers on it. And I just love these trees, dude. Some people I'm sure probably think they're ugly and stuff like that. But I don't care what they think. I don't care what they think. I like thinking on my own end. And just in my opinion, yeah, they do look pretty nice. Oh, and you know what? Boy, I forgot to fill this in with windows. So we can just do that real quick. Just literally, yeah, fill these guys in with glass panes just as so. Boy, I got sloppy. I got really sloppy. What the heck? What the heck, man? And just like that, guys, we actually just did the front yard like that. And I know you guys saw that, but I was talking. I just added some bushes in just like that, just making it so that there are some life to this house. There's some greenery. But that right there is the front yard. So now what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna start moving on to the backyard, and I'll show you how to do the pool and patio. All right, guys, we are now going to work on the fence for the house, which is pretty easy. What you'll need is cut sandstone, you need some black stone wall, and you need some smooth sandstone. But for starters, what we can do is we can just take, a line going around just like this. Just like that. And you want to have like a little dot right there, and you want to have like an L shape. And you'll see what I'm doing with this later, but for now, this is just what we want to do. You just want to come up like this and literally fill it all in just like this. Go all the way around, fill all this in. Remember how long this is. I emphasized here, this is 39, starting from here, going all the way back, 39 blocks. And you want to come to this side of the house, and you come out by 5. So just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 39 going from that way. And you kind of just want to like eye it. Like these have to be precisely aligned with each other, just like that. And then connect them just like that. All right, guys, and what we're going to do now is we're just going to make this fence look a little prettier. And so what we can do is we can leave it. So you see this cut sandstone, you count 3 after that. 1, 2, and 3. Then we can cut out this section right here and just bring it up with cut sandstone. So we left a 3-block gap of the smooth sandstone, and we're going to want to do the same thing here. So leave a 3-block gap, cut sandstone, 3-block gap, cut sandstone, and you get in the gist of it. Literally just create this pattern. And what this does, guys, is it just creates that beautiful kind of fence look. That's kind of what we're going at here. And I think it comes out very nicely. Very nicely. And so it should connect perfectly here. It gets a little ugly on the back end because it doesn't like connect perfectly to the end like that, but honestly, it's fine. It's not the most critical thing I'm worried about, but we could just come along just like so. Just like so, guys. And, the house is really coming together now. We are going to, after this, once we're done with the fence, we're going to work with the pool and the back patio section. I know that was so this was a 2-block gap. Honestly, there's really no way of fixing that, unfortunately, because of how the measurements are. So leave it like that. But as I was saying, yeah, so we're going to do the pool after this, guys. And once again, the interior, that's up to you. That's up to you. If you want me to do it, I'll do it. Hell, I'll do it. I don't care. But on the other end, like it's only if you guys want me to. I won't do it like unless you guys want me to. I'll do only what you guys want. That's my motto. I live to the comments. I live and love the comments. And guys, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our blackstone wall and literally just come across the top as such, just like so. Just like so. And really this just creates some more extra detail, it makes the fence look a little taller. It also makes it look just better in my opinion. And you can come down here just by doing that, and like that, guys, we kind of have the fence. The fence is good. So what next we're going to do is we're going to take our smooth stone and go all the way to like the side of the house right here. Don't go any further, just like that. And you just want to bring it all along just like such. And because this is a door right here, you just want to, fill that in with that as well. Fill it all in, and then bring it on back to here. And we could also do this now, considering we're done with the front end of the house. But we can also grab, let's see, where'd it go? There's so many blocks in this game now. I have to search. So back when Minecraft was, Minecraft, the original 2013, before all this crazy stuff. Literally, it was just like a couple of blocks on a thing. Now it's like a whole dictionary of thousands upon thousands of blocks, and I have to search for everything manually, and it's like such an annoying hassle. But anyway, I digress. I'm complaining too much. But Jesus Christ, man, how much more can they add? And it's just going to get larger. Every update they have, every update is just going to add more and more useless stuff. Like, what's useless? You know what? I don't understand what they were thinking. What was useless? The glow squids. Dude, the glow squids. This is useless. Useless. Absolutely useless. You know what else is useless? What is it? The sniffer? Dude, the sniffer is a complete waste of time. I don't know what this is even used for. I don't care. I don't even care. Get it out of my face. Get it out of my face. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. A waste of time. But anyway, guys, we're now going to move on to the pool. So let's get to that. All right, guys, and now for the backyard and the pool, what we're going to do is we're just going to take our cut sandstone and come along like this. So create like a little L shape, then come along, come along, come along. And we're going to want to go to the back such that there's a 5-block gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between this little wall and the fence. And from here, we're just going to turn this way and come all the way over here. And I do believe, let's see, this should align perfectly to here. And with that, we can come out by 1, 2, 3. We want to come out by 3. Let me just double check that real quick over here. I do believe, yeah, so we come out 4, actually, at 4. 2, and then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 4-block space from the wall, 2 going diagonally, 9 going across. So let's do that over here real quick. We got 4 coming across from the wall, 2 going diagonally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So something like that. It gets confusing sometimes. It gets confusing. But same thing here, two going diagonally, and just like that is what we're looking for. And so now what we can do is we can just take that gravel from the front yard right here. I'm just going to grab that, and we're going to fill this in because he does have like a section. Walter White has like a section of his backyard where it's like a lot of shrubbery in this general area, and it's it's kind of nice in a way, but we can just fill it all in just like this. So let me do that real quick for you. All right, guys, we have that section filled in with the gravel. Last but not least, we're just going to want to bring this out just like so. And what we're going to want to do now is tear up all of this. Tear it all up. And I mean so we're going to leave like a space of grass going around the house like a ring. But you're going to want to pretty much tear all this stuff out. Like just tear it all. And just literally what we're going to do is we're going to fill it in with smooth sandstone just like this. So I'm going to do that for you guys real quick, and I'll show you what it should look like when it's done. Okay, guys, so this is what it should look like. You fill all the spot in, you fill it all in with the smooth sandstone. And actually, so this section can be filled in too, just like in front of the house right here. Because what we're going to do is right here next to this open door area, and while we're at it, we can also fill this in. But right here, we're actually just going to come up just like so. So you're going to want to come up just to there. So you want a 3 by 3. And then what you're going to want to do is break this section on the roof, and you're going to come up by, I believe, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 4 or 5? Sorry, it's 4. You're going up by 4. So just like that. You want to kind of see we're getting like a chimney set up here. And what we can also do is we can just grab this flower pot right here, because this is what I do to chimneys. And, just literally put your flower pot on top like that. And just like that, we have a chimney. And if you want to, put some extra detail in, we could grab our smooth sandstone stairs. And we can also fill this in with smooth, just like that. Just, for extra detail, because why not? Why not? And moving along over here, guys, what we're going to want to do is kind of find the center point right here. I believe it's right here, pretty much. And we're going to want to break that. So you're going to move back 3 away from the wall. Center point. 2 on the sides, 2 on the sides. So you should have like a 5-block kind of hole right here. And what we're really doing now is we're getting ready for the pool. And for that, I kind of want to use, let's see, we're going to use smooth quartz blocks. And that just kind of adds that extra detail which I'm looking for the pool. So with that, we can kind of break this. We can break this. And then we're going to break this pretty much along here. So this is 9 blocks we're going to break, just like that. Then we're going to want to break 2 more, coming across here by 5, going back by 2, then filling all that in, or breaking all that, just like so. And we're going to want to break this. We're going to want to break this, just like this. Just break it all, break it all. And what we can do for now is fill in the outsides like this with smooth quartz. Just fill it in. Just fill it on in. And this is going to be the outline for the pool itself. So we can fill all that in, fill all that in, and fill all that in. And what we're going to do here is the pool is going to be 2 blocks deep. So it's going to go down to here. And basically this is going to be all, encased in quartz. And the bottom section also is going to be quartz. So basically what you can do is you're going to carve all this out and put quartz along the edges. So I'll show you what that should look like when it's done real quick. All right, guys, and once you filled it all in with all the quartz and stuff like that, it should come out to be like this. Pretty much, we have the quartz on the bottom, and we have it all filled in like that. And I know I've been skipping a lot in this tutorial, but generally it's just to avoid all the boring bits. Like, I'm sure you guys wouldn't want to see me dig all this out, right, and fill it in. Maybe you would. Maybe you would. Maybe those psychopaths out there would like to see me do that. Whatever. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Saves time. You can do that yourself. It's common sense. Dig it. Dig a hole. And then, guys, for the diving board, we're just going to come 2 back from the quartz and place a cobblestone stair. And literally what we're going to do is we're just going to come out by 2 with the quartz, just like that. And that's our diving board. Very easy, very simplistic. Then obviously for the pool, what we're also going to want to do is we're going to want to fill it in with water. So what you can do is just fill a layer of, fill like a block on top of this, like fill it up like this. And you'll see why in a minute, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put the water on top of these blocks, just so that it fills in the two block deep pool. So if you put water on top of that, then break it after, it automatically like fills in the pool just like that. So we can do that real quick. All right, guys, and we got the pool filled in just like that, 2 blocks deep and full of water, and it looks beautiful. It looks so refreshing. I would swim in that. I would swim in this. But what we're also going to want to do for the pool is we're just going to want to add a 3 block of smooth quartz like that, a 3 block line, just so that we can get our stairs filled in. And now, since it's, past the aquatic update, the little blocks in the stairs actually get filled with water too. I spoke too soon. Let's get our water out so we can just fill that in real quick. But really just want to fill it in just like so that the stairs, they're completely filled in, just like that. And then over here, guys, come over here. We're going to add a ladder into the pool, just like on this end. And just literally put a ladder right there. And there we are. There's our ladder design just like that, guys. And really the only thing left that we're going to want to do is we can add a little bit of shrubbery over here. So we can just add, take some leaves out just like that. Actually, also what we want to do, and you can kind of see over here what we did. This is an overhang out, and this comes out. How far does this come out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It comes out by 7. Interesting. This little overhang here. This is definitely in the film. Walter likes to barbecue stuff under there, if I remember correctly. But literally, that's what we're going to put there too. And we got the shrubs back here on this back end, so we can do that real quick. So let's see here. So this comes out, I believe. Let's see. So this is covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like that. So 6. And we're gonna go out by 7. So 1, 2. Ooh. Go right here. 1 under. So we want to have it so that it's like 1 under the bottom end of the roof right here. So like a half slab, like a half under, just like that. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like that. And then we're gonna create a little ring, and we're just gonna connect it to this bit right here. And all this just gets filled in with the polished andesite slab, just like so. And that just comes across all the way to here like that. And with that being said, we can just take our iron bars, come down like so, and come over here and bring it up. Bring it up. And guys, what you can also do is you can just add some shrubs back here if you really wanted to. And we can take our smooth sandstone and fill it to there like that. I've been stuttering a lot in this video. I've been stuttering. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Boy, I'm losing my speech. It's probably because I'm talking so much in these videos, but it's whatever. It's whatever. The problems of being a YouTuber, I guess. But anyway, guys, we're going to take our panes, our glass panes, and what we're going to do is we're going to create like a little glass door kind of effect. It's not an actual door. You can't open it or close it, but it'll permanently stay open in Minecraft sense. But really what we just kind of want to do is give it the visual aspect of looking like a door that can close. And in my opinion, it works for this back area. If you want to do an actual door yourself, you can do that. But that works. And then lastly, guys, we're just going to add our oak leaves right here. I did also put another one of those azalea trees, wherever it is. Where did it go? Here it is. And we're also just going to get our bone meal, which is right here. Get the grass block out right here. And literally, yeah, just put another tree right back here just for extra detail, You don't need to do that. And yeah, just fill all this in with like shrubbery, just like such. Just go crazy with it, guys. And guys, really, that is the end of the house. So we got the pool done, we got the front yard, we got the shrubs, the actual house, the exterior of it at least, and we got the front yard and driveway done, guys. So I'm very happy that we managed to fit all that in one video. And guys, if you want me to do a part 2 on the interior, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to do that for you. But other than that, guys, that concludes the Walter White's house from Breaking Bad. So thank you very much for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Thank you again.